Wait. How should I start this? Hold on real quick, guys. Let me just... You know what? Let me change my clothes real quick. What's going on, guys? It is your host, the Pro Consumer, here to bring you another video. And today's video is, you guessed it, it's all about the Pixel 3 and my issues. Oh, sorry guys, I hit the mic. My issues with the device. Now, it's not that I hate the phone. It is a nice phone. I promise you, I am not hating. But I have problems with the phone, and I know you might have the same issues. And if you don't, after this video, I'm pretty sure you can start thinking twice about the phone. Like, man, do I really like it now? Is it really worth the price I gotta pay for this phone? We'll see. So stick with me here. We got 5 things to go through. I'm gonna run through them. I'm not gonna keep you too long. Let's go through it. Number 1. Oh, excuse me. Number 1 is gonna, oh damn. Number 1 is gonna be the low amount of RAM. Now, I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, yo, but you don't need that much RAM, you good to go, B. Yo, 4 gigs is good as well enough. My computer even got 4 gigs. Listen, 4 gigs of RAM in a flagship phone is unacceptable right now. You got phones like, even Samsung even realized it's unacceptable. You got the Note 9. The Note 9 starts off with 6 gigs of RAM. I'm not sure if I remember if the 512 gig has 8 gigs, but it has 6 gigs of RAM. And the OnePlus 6T, it starts off with 6. The OnePlus 6 started off with 6. Nah, wait. I think the OnePlus 5T started off with 6 gigs of RAM. So they were already ahead of the curve. But as a flagship phone, the OnePlus 6T starts off with 6, it goes up to 8 gigs of RAM. I have the 8 gig version, and I've never felt any of the phones slow down, not once. Is it overkill? Maybe, but you gotta think about this. If you're gonna have a phone for a couple of years, you want the highest specs you can have. That way, throughout the years, you'll be good to go. You don't have to worry about the phone slowing down as much as the years progress with the device. Now, on top of that, you gotta think about things like RAM management, how many apps you could have open, just random things like that. Like with the OnePlus 6T and the Note 9, I could have so many apps open, it's crazy. I don't worry about closing apps like how I used to back in the day. I don't have to worry about that. And back when Samsung UI used to take up so much RAM, and even though they did lighten up the load a bit, it's still, even now, right now, with the 6 gigs of RAM, that's something I don't have to worry about anymore. Reason being, 6 gigs of RAM is plenty enough for the UI to suck up as much memory as it needs to, on top of me throwing on apps like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, throwing in a few games and this and that, being able to go back through the apps and still be at the same spot I was at previously without having to reload the application. Reason why? Because it got 6 gigs of RAM, or in the OnePlus's case, 8 gigs of RAM. So look at that. Think about that for a second. Now, number 2, this reason, some people might have the issue, some people might not. It's something called hissgate. It's something that the Pixel 2 also suffered from, where you would hear a hiss or some type of static sound coming from the phone speakers. That, to me, is unacceptable. I understand you can have some product issues, hardware is not always perfect, but at the price point that, the Pixel is at right now, how they progress to be more and more expensive, they're at the highest that they've been, and you have this issue still, unacceptable, something you should not have to worry about. I'd expect Google to come out with a phone that wouldn't have issues like this, but unfortunately it seems to be a widespread issue. I don't know if it can be solved by software, but you could just return your Pixel and hopefully, you'll be all right. Someone actually on Reddit was actually on their 4th replacement because of that issue. Now, as long as the phone's not over there going, hissing away at you all day and everything, you should be good to go. So that's a small problem right there. Not everyone's suffering from that, but that's one thing to actually look out for. Number 3 is gonna be no face unlock. Now again, someone's probably gonna say, yeah, well, who cares about face unlock, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if you haven't experienced great face unlock, You don't know what you're missing out on this world. I'm telling you right now, it is the best thing ever. The best. I'm telling you. The OnePlus 6, OnePlus 6T, OnePlus 5T. What else? The iPhone 10s, 10R, whatever. All those phones right there have face unlock. Of course, Apple does it better than everyone else right now, but OnePlus is really like right there with Apple, and the face unlock is amazing. You just literally look at the phone, it unlocks just like that. I covered this in my OnePlus videos before, and I just expressed how much I love how it works. My Note 9 doesn't even work as that well when it comes to face unlock. I gotta like show my whole face, this and that. OnePlus 6, I could have my glasses on, I could have my hoodie on with the thing stuck in all the way, and I'm honestly most of the time I'm good to go. That's something I really like, and it's been in Android for quite some time. I'm trying to remember exactly what year they first implemented that, but face unlock was a little janky when it first came out, and it wasn't secure at all. Someone just throw up your image, unlock your phone. It's not as secure as Apple, but it's still pretty decent, and I like it a lot. When I just need to use my face real quick to unlock the phone. If you got something in your hand or whatever, you just gotta unlock your phone real quick. Someone's like, hey man, can you unlock your phone for me? Or let me use my face. Things like that, it's priceless, you know, but it's something that you're not gonna really worry about unless you actually experienced it. So if you have phones like the Samsung Note, whatever, I don't know, some type of Motorola, all of the janky phones, whatever, you're not gonna know the feeling of good face unlock, excellent face unlock, I apologize. And that's what those phones have. And I thought, as Google, you would think it would be in there. It's their flagship phone. It's not in there. Don't know why, but hey, their decision. I don't know. All right, number 4. It's gonna be that notch, man. Oh my gosh, that notch. That notch looks terrible. Now, me, I've been spoiled, right? The OnePlus 6 didn't have too big of a notch. Phone like the Essential phone, I didn't own it, but I used it. I liked it. Small notch. And of course, the newest OnePlus 6T, it has a teardrop notch, which looks great, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Teardrop notch. Now, when it comes to something like the Pixel 3 XL, is there any reason for them to have such a notch so big? I mean, the iPhone doesn't have that. I think LG might have something crazy looking like that, but that's LG. We already know how I feel about LG. But come on, yo, you can't have a big old notch like that. And now in the pictures and the rendering and where the whole phone leaked, it looks way worse than what we actually see in person. It's not as bad in person as it looked during the leak time, but it's still a big old notch, and it's ugly. There's no way to get around it. And if you're stupid enough, I'm gonna say stupid, I apologize. If you do the software trick, or no, it's not a trick, but the little hack when you go into developer mode and you hide the notch, you just lose the screen real estate that you technically paid for getting the XL. So you could go with the regular Pixel 3 and not have the notch, but at the same time you get the bigger battery and everything in the Pixel 3 XL. So you probably are gonna go for the XL. And on top of that, if you do go for the XL, if you don't like the notch, I mean, I guess hide it, but at that point, it's already there. You will get used to it. And you just have the clock there and everything, like everybody else, which I guess is somewhat helpful. But that's neither here or there. Next one, number 5. This is the last part, and that's gonna be the price. Now, coming from things like when Google had Nexus, low price, this and that, high top specs and everything, all that was cool. Now you got phones like OnePlus, Oppo, Huawei, all these other companies, was it the Poco phone? All these other phone companies coming out with high spec devices at a lower price point. They're really hitting it hard right now. The OnePlus, I think, has the best build quality I've seen in a phone at such a low price point. And now coming from that and all the features that phone has, looking at the Pixel, like, I understand, like, at this point, I don't think the phone's worth what it costs. Now, it does have dual facing speakers, which sound great. As long as it doesn't have it sounds great. On top of that, you have that camera, that beast of a camera, the best camera ever in the smartphone market. It has that. And if you care about the camera that much, by all means, pay the price. It is going to be worth it 100%. You get better dynamic range than any other phone out there. The sharpness is great. Nighttime photos are amazing. The only thing I would say is that the good folks on XDA, they found a way to port the Gcam onto other phones like the Note 9, the OnePlus, things like that. So it could put the phones that are already out somewhat, not on the same level as the Pixel, but you could put it up there so you can take better photos. But I don't know, if you want something out the box that's always gonna work, you got the Pixel 3 right there. So if you really like the camera and the front facing speakers, by all means go for that phone. But if you're like me, where the phones that are out nowadays, they're gonna take exceptional photos anyways. It's not gonna be bad photos. It's really hard at this point to find a phone with a bad camera. So you get any one of these newer phones that are out that have the high-end specs, and you should be good to go, to be honest. And so you gotta look at the value of the phone. You gotta look at, all right, this phone has this, that, and third. This phone has this, that, and that. This costs this costs that. For example, let's look at the Pixel 3 to the OnePlus 6. And the reason why I bring up the OnePlus 6T so much is only because that's just the phone that I find the shining example, the epitome of what an Android phone should be. Minus the small things, problems like the speakers and stuff. But you got, starting off, 6 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 845 processor, 16 and 20 megapixel camera in the rear with a 16 megapixel camera in the front, AMOLED display, in-screen fingerprint reader. The list goes on. And you got the Pixel 3. Oh, a 3700 milliamp battery, very important. And great battery life, very important again. And then you have the Pixel 3, where I don't know how much the battery milliamps is, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhat decent. You have a OLED display that is a bit better than the OnePlus 6, but if it's not neck and neck with each other, if you don't have both phones next to each other, you're not gonna care. Like me, I go from Note 9 to the OnePlus 6T. I carry them both simultaneously, so that tell you something, right? Yeah, so you got the Pixel 3, you got Snapdragon 845 processor, USB-C, all that good stuff. Man, listen, it's a great phone, but for the price, I think it's like $849, and then the Pixel 3 is $750. Those two price points compared to like $550 with the OnePlus 6T. I don't think it's worth it. It's a good phone. I like it a lot though. I'm not gonna lie. I would have came out with a review, but I made it and the audio got all screwed up. So I'm probably gonna remake the review at some point. But this is just me saying these are 5 reasons to not get the phone. I don't know. If you like it, cool. If you don't, hey, whatever. I will say if you do get it, you'll be happy as long as they find some way to figure out RAM management, because I know after a while it's just gonna slow down like any other Android phone. So just keep that in mind. But you gotta have a nice phone. But this has been me, the Bro Consumer. I'm out. Peace. Make sure you check out the rest of the channels. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you later. Peace.